What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so I'm a little late on this one, but we have 3 new uniforms here. Yeah, I've been really sick for the past month is why this is a little late here. I got sick actually during Christmas, and it still hasn't gone away. I've got a sinus infection, I had a respiratory infection, I've been on antibiotics. The antibiotics haven't got rid of it, so I'm going through a few more tests. But anyway, I've finally cleared up enough in terms of my nose here to hopefully be able to speak properly and get a video going on here. So apologies if I still sound a little congested or a little off here, but we're going to start off with the first uniform on the list, and that is going to be Shadow Shell. So here we have Shadow Shell and her Moon Temple Defenders. So she's finally going to be getting a uniform. It was her and White Tiger were the only two that needed it, and White Tiger also gets one in this update here. So we have enhance the effects of toxic immunity, which I believe is her 4-star passive, increase skill damage by 35% and bonus damage by 35%. And then we have 6 skill changes here. It was actually her tier 2 passive. All right, so she has increased guaranteed dodge by 30% and 90% chance to be immune to poison damage, and she increases her own poison damage by 35%, which I think that those are just bump ups from what it was before. And I kind of remember before that her poison, like her chance to be immune to poison damage, is only something like 40%, which is really weird. I was like, why is it so low? So yeah, she's up to 90% now, which, I mean, it's not going to make a huge difference. Not like there's a lot of poison damage characters out there, but you know, if they have something like that, you expect it to be close to 100% immunity. But anyway, we have using the V-pad skill, we can move around with the first skill. Okay, interesting. Second skill, we don't really have anything going on there. Third skill, we have increase all attack by 50%. Fourth skill, we've got a 25% heal, which is really nice. She has invisibility. Interesting. Haven't seen that in quite a while. And then she has ignore targeting, so she can hit enemies in iframe. Very cool. And then the 5th skill. Okay, good. We do have accumulation here. We have invincibility for 5 seconds. And then we have accumulate pure damage when attacking. So damage dealt, which is good. It's 1.2%. So 120% increase to all attack there. So that's looking quite nice. So let's hop into the skill preview and see what this uniform looks like. So, oh yeah, she does have her tier 4 with this update as well, which is quite nice. So her and Blue Dragon. So 2 of the Warriors of the Sky have tier 4s, which is quite interesting. All right, so first skill. So it kind of just goes up. So you can actually, oh yeah, you can move. So he goes in an iframe with this too. This would actually be a nice skill to kind of just avoid an attack if you're, you know, in trouble or something. Like just pop this and you can get out of the way pretty quickly. I like that actually. Second skill. Ooh, she makes a nice little tornado here. I like the animation. That's really cool. Third skill. Okay, just puts down like a puddle of poison. So you can just, and then you can get out of the way. Okay. 4th skill. Oh, there we go. We still have the snake. Very nice. Oh yeah, we're invisible. I was like, where'd she go? Yeah, so there we go. Now we can be invisible. Very cool. 5th skill. Okay, we have the snake return there, and then she does a blast. Okay, interesting. So, what do we want to do here? Can we combine any skills? So we only really have, so we got the accumulation on the 5th skill, and then was it the 3rd skill that gave her that 50% attack buff? Yeah, it was the 3rd skill. So I wonder if we can do 3, 4, then 5. Yeah, that would only work with a Judgment or Rage because the puddle. Actually, can we instant cancel and still get it? Yeah, okay, you can instant cancel and get that. So we can do... Did the 4th skill even go off? Okay, yeah, there we go. So we can cancel the 4th skill pretty quickly, and it looks like we still get a lot of the effects, because what do we got? Snake comes up, it blasts, and then we have the stuff rain down from the sky. So if we wait for just a snake, do we still have... Oh, we didn't get anything rain down from the sky there. Interesting. Yeah, but I still think we want to do something like that. 3, 4, 5 if you have a damage proc. If you don't have a damage proc and you have a judgment or a rage, probably just do 3 to let the puddle go. Then you can do 4 or 5 and then do like 2 to kind of just back up a little bit, or even just 1 to get out of the way and then reset your cooldown. So yeah, that looks pretty nice for Shadow Shell here. So looking pretty good with this uniform. I'm actually quite interested to try her out. So I will be picking this one up because I actually do like this uniform and I like this look here. I like Shadow Shell when she first came out as well. I thought she was really cool, but it might have just been because she's wearing my favorite color, which is green. I really like green, so any character that has some green on their uniform or their outfit or their skills is definitely going to attract my attention. So yeah, she's looking pretty good there. So let's go ahead and take a quick test run. I should have her awakened. Let's check her out here. Yeah, because I realized her second potential here, so let's go ahead and do that. So we're not going to get her to level 80 right now, but we'll try her out just as is, which do I even have? I just have a regular damage proc. All right, so we've got poison damage, guard break immunity, and then a 180 proc. We just equipped the uniform, so that's not buffed up at all. We have overdrive at stage 6. Do we need to level any of these up? Yes, we need to... Oh no, that one... Wait, what? Oh, yeah, whoops. They can all say they can be leveled up because of the second potential. So everything is at... So that's at 6. That one's not at 6. No, don't... Okay, that's a little annoying. Go here. There we go. Alright, so anyway, let's just go ahead and try her out. See how she does. We'll try out War Boss Legend somewhere, so let's find a quick matchup here. Alright, so we're going to try her out against Null right here because I like to test out new uniforms or new characters on stage 2 of Null just to see if, like, in one skill rotation, how much damage they do to him, to see if that's enough to push him to the next phase or not. So we're going to go with this team here. We have Blue Dragon because of her leadership for Warrior of the Skies, and then we have Valkyrie there for, of course, her tier 2 support. So since we are on a damage proc, we're just going to instant cancel 3 and 4, and then just see what we can do with the 5th skill, hopefully. Okay. So she didn't quite push him off the throne. Alright, but she got really close because it's at 31 bars, right? Or am I misremembering that? Let's just go up and see who's doing all... Okay, well the strikers finished him off. Yeah, it looked like it was 31 bars. Alright, so that's actually not bad. Yeah, I'm not too disappointed with that damage. Let's go ahead and bring her over here now. So let's go over to Gore. Oh, yeah, let's get the team set up, so give me 1 second here. Okay, so now let's try her against Gore here. Sure, those strikers look fine to me. And now we're just basically seeing how close we can get him to the next, or how much damage we do to him before he does the accumulation there. No, not the accumulation, before he builds up his shadow form or whatever the heck it's called. So that's what our goal is for this fight. Interesting. I don't think we've had one smooth rotation yet. Here we go, this will be... okay. Yeah, because she doesn't stay in... Like, for the whole duration of the 5th skill, like, she's not actually actively doing the 5th skill for the entire animation. If that makes sense. Like, partway through the 5th skill, when the snake or the blasts are still happening, you can, like, move your character around. And if you're able to move your character around, then that means your damage proc is no longer being applied to the damage. So that's why it looks like the damage just kind of, like, falls off a cliff right there, even though there's still stuff going on the screen. Is because the 5th skill, she's technically finished doing the 5th skill, even though there's still effects happening. Get over there, hit him. Oh, okay, so we're able to break him out of there. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ooh, we procced too early there. Yeah. We've only got our 20% from the insight that happened for that one. Oh, we went into an iframe. Why, thank you. Oh yeah, he went to the next phase. So she was a little slow on that, but I mean, not terribly. Because how many bars short was she? She was like 3 bars short. So her damage is not bad, actually. Yeah, so compared to the other characters, she's actually not bad in terms of damage. So I actually am quite curious to get her to level 80 to see what she can do. But yeah, that was just a quick test of Shadow Shell here. I'm liking the uniform. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think she's actually going to be really strong at level 80. So I'm definitely going to do that a little later on. But now let's go ahead and move on to the next uniform and take a look at that. All right, so next up is going to be Miles Morales here. So here we have his anniversary special, I guess is just what they're calling it. All right, interesting. It's just him in a Windbreaker. And then we have changes everything there, his leadership and both of his passives. We have increased all attack by 30%, chain hit by 10%, and then all 8 skill changes. All right, so what we got for the passive here? Guaranteed dodge by 25%, increased damage dealt to supervillains by 120%, so he's keeping that, which is nice. 35% skill and 30% bonus damage. We have ignore dodge by 25% and increase lightning damage by 20%. I do love me some ignore dodge, so definitely happy to see that. All right, so all allies 6% speed. Apply to Spider-Man 70% attack. So that should apply to himself too, right? It's not like this uniform here where show, yeah, like the leadership is just applies to Carnage, gives 70%, so he doesn't give it to himself. This one just says Spider-Man, and he's technically Spider-Man, right? It says Spider-Man Miles Morales. Probably not, right? It would have to say in parentheses Miles Morales, so this is actually just only applying to Spider-Man. That's a little annoying if it is. I would like this to apply to him as well, because technically his name does say Spider-Man up there. He just has that parentheses for Miles Morales. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to check on that one. All right, so we have web shot, nothing there. Increase all attack by 35%, 5% for crit rate, or no, 5% speed and 20% crit rate. Okay. Damage immunity for 5 seconds, increase attack by 100% for the next attack. Recover 20% HP, and we have a barrier for 10 hits. So he has no accumulation anywhere, does he? No. Alright, let's check out the skill preview, see what these skills look like. And then, yeah, he does have his tier 3 now. Or did he always have his tier 3? I've forgotten, because Miles Morales is actually my least favorite out of any of the Spider-Man, so I'm not really a big fan of him. So I haven't really bothered doing anything with Miles Morales. But yeah, so we have classic webbing up here. He's in an iframe, so very safe skill. Second skill. Okay, not a very safe skill. I mean, he has an iframe partway through, but the webbing doesn't take place right away, does it? Yeah, it's after the first couple punches, so he's definitely vulnerable there. I mean, it's not like you could web one of the main bosses anyway, so won't affect them. Third skill. Interesting. That's on like a punching spree. Fourth skill. Okay, not bad. Does that start as an iframe? It does. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this one a lot better. So this skill's looking good. What about the fifth skill? This gave us invincibility. Okay. So we want to do something like this. We can't really cancel. We can't really cancel any of these. Could we cancel that? No, we didn't get the explosion, right? Yeah, alright, so doesn't look like we could really combine any of his skills. They're kind of just ones you have to do one after the other, so definitely looks like a rage candidate here, or all of his skills are lightning damage, aren't they? So you probably use a judgment on him. Yeah, I think this is a new tier 3. I don't remember seeing that animation before. Can we see what the effects are on the tier 3? No. Annoying, so we're gonna have to go find him. on the old list here, so let me find Miles real quickly, and we'll be right back. Alright, so here we go. His tier 3. Okay, so his tier 3 does have accumulation. Alright. Accumulate 10% pure damage. And it's in 1%. So gets 100% all attack from that. I mean, with his passive doing that extra 120% to supervillains, he definitely looks like he's going to hit really hard. But like I said, I'm not overly impressed with Miles Morales. It might just be my bias that I'm just not really a fan of him in general. So, yeah, that is the uniform. Because you can't really stack any of his skills together, so there's no really skill canceling that you can do. So if you have a regular damage proc, I mean, you're just going to have to pick a skill. The 5th skill you would assume would do the most damage. It looks like it has the most hits, so I would think that it would do the most damage. But it's not like you can combine them to get some extra damage. With the rage, you could probably get your rage activated for both the 4th and 5th skill, maybe in terms of animation length. I don't know. I mean, he seems like he's going to be good. He seems like he'll do a lot of damage just because of his supervillain trait here. He's not going to do a lot of damage against regular heroes, but he could be a leader for Spider-Man if you're using Spider-Man. That's probably the most attractive thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not overly impressed with him. Maybe, like I said, I don't know if it's just because I'm not a big fan of him in general, but he just seems a little underwhelming with the uniform to me. So yeah, that one, let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong about that, but he seems underwhelming. Let me know if he's actually, you know, really good or not. But yeah, that's kind of my initial take on him. So I will be skipping that uniform, but that's just me. So now we're moving on to War Tiger. So here we have War Tiger's Moon Temple Defenders. It's going to change, enhance basic stats. Okay, so he just got a regular stat bump. Interesting. So just his base stats have been increased, which I didn't really use War Tiger enough to know if his stats were that low that it really is going to make a huge difference to have his base stats increased or not. Of course, it will, you know, help out overall, but we'll have to see here. So we've got increased chain hit damage by 20%, guaranteed crit by 25%, decreased damage received by 35%. All right, so his passive here, that's changing. What do we got? Super armor, increase all defense 50%, skill but damage by 50%, and bonus damage by 50%. So he must have just had like low damage overall, because usually they don't give that high of a buff anymore to characters. Like 50% skill and 50% bonus damage. You usually only see like 20, 30, 25, 35. Usually you don't see much higher than that kind of with recent characters or newer characters. So yeah, that's something there. And now what do we got here? So 3rd skill. So 1st and 2nd skill are not changing. All right, so ignore iframe, so you can hit characters in iframe. Bleed incapacitation, 30%, only 30% chance to penetrate. Don't know how I feel about that. 30% chance is very low. And then we have damage immunity for 5 seconds. Okay. 4th skill. Increase all attack, all defense by 55%, speed 1%, 35% to crit rate. Okay, not bad. Then the 5th skill, we have a 15% recovery, invincibility for 5 seconds, increase all attack by 50%. Still has no accumulation unless that's on his awakening skill. All right, well, let's go ahead and check out the skill animations. All right, first skill. Oh yeah, first skill is exactly the same. Second skill is the same as well. Yep, okay. I do remember those because I have used him in Shadowland a couple times. 3rd skill. Okay, he's not protected at all while doing that. Did this one have the... yeah, damage immunity for 5 seconds, okay. And 5th skill. Oh, that's not bad. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That vortex stays there for a while. 5th skill. Okay, now he's got some tornadoes and he's spinning around and then he makes a bubble. Okay, so can we do... He definitely seems more damage proc friendly. Yeah, so he definitely seems damage proc friendly because you can combine these. Well, you can't instant cancel. I gotta wait for him to throw the scythe down, but there we go. Yeah, so that definitely looks like a good rotation right there because none of his other skills have buffs on it, right? Yeah, they didn't have buffs. Because this was just ignore iframe and the penetration and damage immunity. So yeah, you don't get any buffs there. You can just do 4-5 for your skill rotation. Just do 4, boom, 5. You have your damage proc going off right here. Get that damage, and then if you want, go into 3 for your damage immunity to wait for 4 and 5 to come back off of cooldown. That seems like a good way to play him. But again, he looks just kind of average, a little underwhelming to me, so I don't think he's going to be anything spectacular. He's probably definitely going to be usable now with this uniform, but I don't know. He seems, again, underwhelming. So overall, I would have to say War Tiger looks the least exciting out of the 3 uniforms. Then Miles after that, and then my top pick would be Shadow Shell. She definitely looks pretty strong, especially since I was able to try her out a little bit in World Boss Legend, and her damage seemed really good. So that's going to be my thoughts on these new uniforms. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.